October 8, 1871. The city of Chicago, USA, was alive with laughter, music, and business, until the night sky turned into a wall of fire. In just 2 days, over 300 people would lose their lives, 17,000 buildings would be reduced to ashes, and nearly 100,000 residents left homeless. But the story you've heard, that it all began with a cow kicking over a lantern in Mrs. O'Leary's barn, might not be the truth. Was it truly a clumsy animal, or was something darker, even sinister, at play? Tonight, we dig deep into the conspiracy of the Great Chicago Fire. The Great Chicago Fire is more than just a tragic chapter in American history. It's a story wrapped in mystery, rumors, and cover-ups. From suspicious newspaper reports to missing government records, from business tycoons who benefited from the ashes to whispers of celestial fireballs streaking through the night sky, the truth may not be as simple as we've been told. According to the official tale, the fire began in the barn of Catherine O'Leary, an Irish immigrant living on DeKoven Street. A reporter claimed her cow had kicked over a lantern, igniting the straw and setting the city ablaze. It was a simple, almost comical explanation that gave Chicagoans a scapegoat. For decades, Mrs. O'Leary and her family carried the shame of being blamed for one of the deadliest urban fires in American history. But here's the problem. The reporter who wrote that story later admitted he had made it up. To understand the fire, we need to picture Chicago in 1871. The city was a booming hub, its population exploding with immigrants and entrepreneurs. But 90% of its buildings were made of wood. Wooden sidewalks, wooden roofs, even wooden gutters. Combine that with a drought lasting for months and the infamous Chicago winds, and the city was a tinderbox waiting for a spark. In fact, small fires were already common in the city. On the very day before the Great Fire, Chicago's fire department had fought another major blaze, exhausting men and equipment. But was it really just a barn accident? Witnesses reported unusual phenomena that night. Some claimed they saw fireballs falling from the sky. Others described blue flames leaping unnaturally across rooftops. A theory emerged that fragments of a passing comet, the Biela's comet, might have rained down and ignited several fires across the Midwest simultaneously. In fact, on the same night, devastating fires also struck Wisconsin and Michigan. Could this be mere coincidence or cosmic disaster? Another shadowy angle of the story is economics. When the city lay in ruins, powerful businessmen seized the opportunity. Land values plummeted and speculators swooped in. Within just a few years, Chicago rose again, this time stronger, richer, and built in stone and steel. Some historians argue that the fire, whether accidental or not, cleared the path for modern Chicago. But could anyone have intentionally started it for profit? After all, fires in crowded cities weren't unheard of, and arson was a tool of power for both criminals and corporations in the 19th century. Meanwhile, the O'Leary family suffered for generations. Catherine O'Leary became a symbol of blame, an immigrant scapegoat in a city that mistrusted Irish Catholics. Her family was harassed, and her reputation never recovered, despite the city council officially exonerating her decades later. Some say the fire was never about a cow. It was about finding someone easy to blame, someone powerless, someone whose downfall protected the reputations of the city's elite. Over time, multiple theories have taken root. A group of gamblers sneaking into the barn that night. Careless men smoking pipes near the O'Leary property. A cover-up by the Chicago Fire Department to hide their own unpreparedness. And of course, the celestial fireball theory, suggesting a cosmic cause beyond human control. Each theory raises questions, but none have been proven. Perhaps the truth burned away in the flames that destroyed thousands of documents and evidence. The Great Chicago Fire was more than a disaster. It was a turning point. Out of the ashes rose a new Chicago, a symbol of resilience and rebirth. Yet, the mystery remains unsolved. Was it an accident in a poor immigrant's barn? Or a disaster written in the stars? Or perhaps the hidden hand of greed? If this story of fire, mystery, and rebirth fascinated you, don't let history's secrets stay buried. Subscribe to The Biddick Buzz Global Secrets and join us every week as we uncover the hidden truths, mysteries, and forgotten stories that shaped our world.